Hey everybody, welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Hacks podcast. My name is Andy Stickel. In today's episode, I'm going to tell you about the last job that I ever had, about how I got fired for that job, and why that job made me realize that going to law school was not for me. Stick around.
You're not just a lawyer, you're a defender of the defenseless. You possess a license that allows you to fight for those who can't fight for themselves. But while you're fighting for others, who's watching out for you? For far too long, lawyers have been fed line after line by big marketing companies, promising the world and delivering nothing. And even worse, think of all the people you were unable to help just because they didn't know you existed. That ends today. It's time to take the power back. This podcast will teach you how law firm marketing really works, how to not only get more clients, but how to get your dream clients, how to save time, how to save money, how to save energy by only focusing on tactics that work so you can grow your firm and help more people, and how to never get screwed by a marketing company ever again. My name is Andy Stickel, and I've helped thousands of lawyers, and I can help you too. This is the Law Firm Marketing Hacks Podcast.
Okay, so a lot of people ask me, hey Andy, are you a lawyer? And the answer is no. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a marketer, but I almost became a lawyer before I ever got into marketing or owning my own business or anything like that. Actually, that's not true. I've owned my own business, or let me rephrase that. I've played entrepreneur since 19, but I never really made any money. But then I was going to go to law school, and I was going to I graduated from UCF. I was going to go to law school afterwards. So I graduated with a degree in criminal justice, and I went to work at the U.S. Attorney's Office. And I worked there for a few months, and it was okay. I was an intern, and I didn't really do a whole lot. It was some filing, and I actually worked on a case where we worked pretty closely with the FBI, so that was kind of cool. And then I went to work for a private law firm, and it was a private law firm in Orlando that did criminal defense and family law. And I ended up getting fired from this law firm after about 6 months because I am a terrible employee. And the reason that I'm a terrible employee is something that I wouldn't kind of come to understand this for many, many years. But what I knew working at the U.S. Attorney's Office and working at the private law firm was that being a lawyer was not for me. I just needed something where I could be creative. I needed something where I could have all kinds of different ideas, and I could, not really be constrained to the typical things that a lawyer is constrained to. So I started this concert promotions company, and then that did well, and then one thing led to another, and a couple years later, I ended up doing marketing for lawyers. But what dawned on me a couple years ago, and the reason that I got fired from that job, and the reason why I can't work for somebody else, and the reason why I did not want to be a lawyer, all kind of came full circle, and I understood it when somebody told me that there's two types of people in this world. There's starters and there's finishers. And starters are typically terrible finishers, and finishers are typically terrible starters. Now, what is a starter and what is a finisher? A starter is somebody like me. I come up with ideas constantly. I've got so many different ideas that, I would work 50 hours a day if I executed all the ideas that I had. And conversely, or not conversely, but I come up with a ton of marketing ideas. This would be a really good idea if we tried doing this, or what if to get law firm clients for personal injury attorneys, we try doing diminished value leads, and I come up with a ton of different ideas. The problem is I'm a terrible finisher, which means that I'm terrible at executing on those ideas. So how do I fix that? Well, I fix that by having a really, really good team behind me. And that's how my company is so successful, because I come up with all the ideas and my team executes. The funny part is people contact me and they say, Andy, I want you to do my marketing for me. And, I want you to personally be working on my marketing. And the reality is, no, you don't want me doing your marketing, because nothing will get done. You want me coming up with the ideas for your marketing, and then you want my team to execute the marketing for you. That is the only way that you will get leads for your marketing, because I am a terrible finisher. I'm a great starter. I come up with really, really good ideas, most of which I just don't even have the time or the bandwidth to execute. But that's the reality. Is the reason that I got fired from my last job working for the law firm. The reason that I didn't want to be a lawyer, the reason that I have an entire team behind me, we've got trying to think how many people. I mean, we've got probably close to 20 or 30 people that are actually on our team that work, when it's all said and done, that work on our client campaigns. And I'm steering the ship. I mean, I come up with the ideas, and I big picture stuff, that's me. But in terms of actually like turning the screwdrivers and turning the knobs and everything, that's not me. I'm horrible at that. So I want you to really think about this. Are you a finisher or are you a starter? And if you're not a starter, then what you need to do is you need to find somebody that's a starter that can help you take your business to the next level, take your law firm to the next level. And that's why I think that's why I've been so successful with law firm marketing in terms of providing content to people and providing value to people, is that I'm a great starter. I'm great at coming up with an idea and putting it on paper and then giving it off to lawyers and saying, here, you go run with this. And it works really, really well because there's so many attorneys that I talk to that tell me that they watched my videos, they did what I said, and they got tremendous results, like ridiculous results, And I mean, like I talked to one attorney who I put a couple videos out not too long ago about how to sell more, how to close more consultations. Actually, I put a couple videos out, and it was basically just some step-by-step guides. And it was some of the stuff was it was actually a lot of stuff that I tested, but some was just kind of ideas. And I was like, hey, you can try this out, see if this works for you. And I got a message from an attorney who he said he tried the ideas, and the next 20 consultations that he hired him, which is a ridiculous close rate. So I'm great at coming up with ideas. And that's actually why I started doing the Social Media Marketing for Lawyers Masterclass, because there's so many lawyers out there that are really good. If they have a plan in front of them and somebody says, here, do this, then they can execute. But they're not great at coming up with that idea. So that's why I created the Social Media Marketing for Lawyers Masterclass, because I'm really, really good at starting. And what I found is that I can be an excellent starter for both my business and for other people's law firms as well. I can essentially be like the CMO if I just have some ideas, So that's something that I want you to really think about. Every business has a starter, or every successful business really has a starter and a finisher. And the starter is the type of person, the starter is the person that's kind of coming up with the ideas and, they're kind of really forward thinking and outside the box and everything. And the finisher is the person behind the scenes that's grinding it out and actually getting the stuff done. So I want you to think about that. In your law firm, are you a starter or are you a finisher? And if you're one and not the other, do you think that having somebody that, if you're a starter, do you think that having a finisher would help grow your law firm or help make your clients get a better result? Or conversely, if you're a finisher and you need that starter, do you think that having a starter would make you, probably grow your law firm and figure out, new and better ways of doing things and new and better ways of getting clients. And it's not even just marketing. It's everything for the law firm, from systems to intake, to even how the phones are answered. I mean, all these different things, when you look at it from these two different lenses, it makes a huge difference. So that's kind of something I want you to think about today, because once you understand, it's kind of like self-awareness. Once you kind of understand yourself, understand who you are, understand what your strengths are, and understand what your weaknesses are, that's probably the more important thing, is understanding what you're not good at. And none of us want to admit that we're not good at something, but there's a lot of things that I'm not good at, and I recognize that quickly. And by doing so, I'm able to take those things and give them and find somebody that is good at those things. So just kind of a quick self-realization exercise for you today. Let me know in the comments, are you a starter or are you a finisher? All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Hey, thanks for listening to the Law Firm Marketing Hacks podcast. Remember to subscribe and to leave a review. Do you want to know how to get more clients flocking to your law firm today? Do you want to get the phone ringing off the hook with more leads? Well, ranking in the top 3 in Google puts you on the fast track to getting more clients. The firms that rank in the top 3 on Google get more leads, more clients, and make more money for their law firms. But how do you get there? Where do you even start? Well, I've created a 24-part video series that is designed to help you skyrocket your firm into the top 3 of the Google Maps. It's 24 videos over my shoulder where I teach you exactly, step by step, how to get your firm in the top of the Google Maps. Go to lawfirmcourse.com and I'll send you a free USB drive with the entire course on it. This course teaches you exactly how to improve your Google rankings and get ranked in the Google Maps. The simple steps are proven to work and lead to more law firm clients fast. In fact, these are the exact strategies that we take when clients hire us to get them into the Google Maps. And don't worry, you don't need to be tech savvy. I show you everything in very simple terms. So go to lawfirmcourse.com today and get your free guide to dominating Google. Hurry up because we're almost out of USB drives, and when they're gone, they're gone. So make sure to go grab yours today.